This is our third and hopefully final portion of the RI6.8 post-test number 2. A student is writing a research report about the homes of President Thomas Jefferson. She has gathered information from 2 articles. Read a paragraph from each article and answer the questions that follow. Monticello. Thomas Jefferson had long planned the house of his dreams. Soon after his marriage in 1772, he took his new wife to the top of a mountain in central Virginia. There, he showed her how it would all look when it was finished. Classical columns would support a 2-story building with 3 bedrooms. He called it Monticello, or Little Mountain. He finished the house in 1781, but he still wasn't satisfied. After a trip to France, he began to add to Monticello. He continued building for the rest of his life. By the time Jefferson died in 1826, it had become the most famous house in America. Poplar Forest. Thomas Jefferson owned 2 houses. He lived at Monticello most of the year, but when he wanted to relax, he rode a few miles away to Poplar Forest. Lesser known than Monticello, Poplar Forest also sits on top of a hill. Its design features a strange mix of styles. Jefferson found room for both Italian decorations and French doors and windows. He used Roman columns. He built skylights. Most interestingly, he gave Poplar Forest 8 sides. It was the first octagonal house in America. At Poplar Forest, Jefferson found an outlet for his restless curiosity. He was always building, and his buildings were always unfinished. Question 7. The author of Poplar Forest believes the styles used in the design of the house are a strange mix. Which sentence from the article best supports the idea that the mix of styles is unusual? A. Thomas Jefferson owned 2 houses. B. Lesser known than Monticello, Poplar Forest also sits on top of a hill. C. Jefferson found room both for Italian decorations and French doors and windows. D. It was the first octagonal house in America. A student is writing a research report about a campaign for city council. He has gathered information from 2 articles. Read a paragraph from each article and answer the questions that follow. Brenda Martin for city council. Brenda Martin is the best candidate for city council. Unlike the other candidates, she is not an outsider. A descendant of one of Smithville's founding families, she was born and raised here. She also attended school in Smithville. Because she has always lived here, she understands the needs of our city. The fact that Martin is a woman is also important to consider. Men, like her opponent, have always dominated the city council. It's time for a new point of view. Issues come and go, but Brenda Martin will always do what is best for Smithville. Martin for better roads. Please elect Brenda Martin to the Smithville City Council. She will make it her top priority to improve the city's roads. Of all the critical issues in the election, roads are the most important. The streets in Smithville have gone from bad to worse in the past few years. Unusually hot summers and cold winters have created huge potholes. Increased traffic has led to a number of accidents that cost us all time and money. The City Council needs to make sure these roads are fixed now, and only Brenda Martin will make sure it gets done. 8. The author of Martin for Better Roads argues that Brenda Martin should be elected because improving the city's roads is the most important issue. Which sentence from the article best supports the idea that roads are the most important? A. She will make it her top priority to improve the city's roads. B. The streets in Smithville have gone from bad to worse in the past few years. C. The City Council needs to make sure these roads are fixed now, and only Brenda Martin will make sure it gets done. D. Increased traffic has led to a number of accidents that cost us all time and money. And this completes our RI6.8 post-test number 2.